I welcome all of you with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis, Srimahans, Mahans, Kotaris, Tanidars, visitors, viewers sitting with us all over the world through Nithyananda TV and Sadhana TV and two-way video conferencing, having Nayanadiksha all over the world. There are multiple cities today sitting, long list of cities sitting today for Kalpataru Darshan. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. First, I wanted to tell you all, even I was preparing for Cambodia. Understand? For all the programs till now happened in our Sangha, you guys only prepare. But for this Cambodia Inner Awakening, even I am preparing. Then understand how the program is going to be. I am just preparing the body, mind, to raise itself to the highest possibility, keep itself in the peak possibility and release the experience of Shivoham. After a long time, I took to Parivrajaka Yatra for a few days. Last few days, preparing my body and mind, spending little time in Omkareshwar, and literally prepared my body and mind, and of course consciousness doesn't need any preparation to give the experience of the Shivoham to all of you. Listen. The few realizations I wanted to share with you all from the last few days of my spending time with myself. Please understand, that is tapas for me. I don't do any other tapas other than just being with me. Upanishad with myself, Atma Upanishad, sitting with the soul, sitting with the cosmos. The first thing I wanted to tell all of you, Shivoham, the experience that you are the cosmos, the ultimate Advaithic experience is simply possible. You don't need anything other than a little bit of settling down. Understand? See, when I tell you, you are Mahadeva, remember Shivoham, the number of questions crosses you or the impossibility which hits at you at that moment, saying, oh, how can I be? No. Actually, your logic will not even be fully uttered. You will just deny, nothing impossible, forget about it. I have so much problems. Shivoham, if I am Shiva, then Shiva must have lived really a bad life. No, instead of you going up to the level of Mahadeva, you will bring Mahadeva down to your level. See, when I tell you, you are Shiva, you are the cosmos, the first initial self-denials which come, the speed with which they are attacking you, just you need to reduce the speed of that. That's all, nothing else. Last few days, I was literally doing mono acting. Means I became you and retained my original space and try to become original me. Means the Jiva becoming Shiva. From all dimensions I was playing. From all possibility I was working on this. Jiva becoming Shiva. And looking at what all the ways more, what all the doors, new doors which I have not yet opened, I can open for all of you to experience Shivoham. Actually, that was the theme with which I was just sitting with myself for last few days. I don't know how many days. Maybe 4 days or 5 days, I don't know. Whatever. I was just sitting with myself, spending time. What all the ways I can open the door of Shivoham to all of you? I think almost 6 days. Okay. And nights, because I don't have something separately called sleep. Day and night, I was just sitting with myself. So becoming the Jiva and trying to reach Shiva. It was a nice game within myself and see the possibilities. See how the different complex patterns give you suffering, how they are able to convince you more than me. Please understand. Unless there is a romance between your soul and my soul, you can never become a disciple of me. The moment you become a disciple, already your soul has recognized the eternal romance. That is why you even took the first step. The eternal romance. Oh, even this word is misused and abused. Understand? When I say eternal romance, I mean the experience the soul feels when it starts strongly feeling that it has met its completion part. It's, what to say that? Its fulfillment. The goal of its journey. Only when your soul, not your mind, your soul feels that I am the goal of your journey, the disciplehood starts happening. Now I don't want to use the word eternal romance. I wanted to use the word better, straight words. Even after recognizing I am your goal, what is it that convinces you more than my ability to convince you? See, whole day, every day my satsang to you, or me appearing to you wherever you are, whenever you call me or pray for me, ask for my help, all this is a long my way of trying to convince you that you are Mahadeva. You are the ultimate. Understand? Whether it is a simple first time you come and attend a Kalpataru Darshan, or you attend a webinar, or you attend a morning satsang, or just because somebody told you prayed to me and got some boon, or just because your friend said, hey, I went to this Swami, I asked him for this, immediately this happened, why don't you keep his picture in your puja room and pray to him and he will give you whatever you ask, and you pray, or just you see me in a YouTube, a satsang, accidentally. Sometimes these stupid media comedy shows pop up. People start watching that and then go to my YouTube satsangs and watch. So, it can be whatever, but everything, or you attend the Inner Awakening program, everything boils down to this one giving you the experience of Advaita, enlightenment. Earlier I used to use the word enlightenment. Now I am using the word Advaita because the word enlightenment is used more by the Buddhists. I am trying to bring more Vedic word for that experience. Recently, one person called from Mumbai. He said, for so many years I am watching Swamiji's Satsang in YouTube. I am a YouTube Gurukul student. He calls himself. And thanks to new team taking the responsibility, I can very confidently tell you guys, very soon you are going to have the best spiritual feast. It is like a unimaginable spiritual feast you guys are going to have. If you are already addicted to my videos, my satsangs, get ready for a huge feast. Maybe next 1 year you may have to take off from your work and spend only in front of YouTube. So much of material is going to come thanks to the new team taking the responsibility of the archives. It's getting edited in US now. All the old satsangs, discourses, casual conversations, even how the Sangha looked, how the ashram looked, how the whole our Sangha evolved step by step. You will have a glimpse of all those sweetness, the way I trained people, the way I evolved people, the whole thing you are going to get to have a glimpse. The whole thing is now sitting in US and getting edited. Soon it will all be uploaded. It will all be uploaded. You may expect suddenly something like a 5,000 to 6,000 hours new content in YouTube, various programs, almost all the inner awakenings, and the essence of all the major programs I have conducted. Everything boils down to this one, making you experience Shivoham. Listen. Now I want to tell you, it is very simple, not at all complicated, very simple. Just the speed with which your patterns have convinced you, your patterns attack you, that speed need to be reduced, that's all, nothing else. Because originally your inner space is already hardwired for Shivoham. Please understand, suddenly I cannot send 440 volt into this hall's wiring unless the hard wiring is done for 440 volt. Same way, suddenly I cannot infuse Shivoham into you unless your inner space is already hardwired for Shivoham. I am telling you, your inner space is already hardwired for Shivoham. Already it is hardwired for the ultimate cosmic experience. It's not that I need to do wiring newly, no. I don't need to do the job of electrician. I may just need to do the job of little bit of plumber job, means correcting here and there. Too much of leakage, those things I have to seal and just I have to do my responsibility of being a generator. That's all. Just I have to become a generator and connect myself. You are all already hardwired for that experience, Shivoham. I don't need to do the job of electrician. I just need to be. Even plumber job is not required for everyone. Little bit. For the people who are coming newly, you need to give them little yoga or nirahara samyama. See, Nitya Yoga teachers training, nirahara samyama. All these are preparations. Just to give you kind of a preparation, that sealing all the wrong holes which are leaking. Plumber job, that's all. And then I tell you, simply switch on the generator, that's all. And this generator is not even an ordinary generator, it is a turbine. The cosmic turbine. Simply I have to give the connection, touch, the energization. Understand. The moment I tell you, you are the ultimate, the kind of a denial gangs up around you, gags you, saying, no, you are not ultimate, he is lying. He himself, I think, doesn't know what kind of ultimate. In next half an hour, what all problems you are going to face, I know. The mind will constantly remind you, especially after a certain period you spend in the low mood, logically being convinced. You see, initially the low mood, self-denial does not come illogically. It comes to you and logically convinces you. Once you give up fighting with the incompletions, then it continues to exist in you illogically, eternally. It just makes you feel you are gone. You are the bunch of incompletions. No. That speed with which it is attacking you, that needs to be reduced. That's all, nothing else. In these 6 days, sitting constantly, and I tell you, earlier I meditated for myself. Now I am sitting and meditating for all of you. I am just looking at all the possibilities. Actually, I was deeply contemplating almost continuously 40 hours on this one truth. Why? Some of your incompletions are able to convince you more than I am able to convince you, because almost whole day and night I am sitting here and convincing you. Most of you would have spent more time with me than your spouse, or for that sake anybody in your life. Most of you would have spent time with me more than the time you spent with your mother or father or your spouse or with anybody else. And time with me, even if it is chronologically 10 minutes, psychologically it is like a 10-year, because I am a heavy being. I am not a light Being what I am speaking is not theology light. Oh, smile always. Be smiling. Be loving. Be... No. What I am talking is not theology light, where you can just brush me aside. I challenge you. Just watch one YouTube discourse half an hour. In the night, dream I will be there. In your dreams, I am too heavy. Whether you understand what I am saying or not, that is up to your intellectual ability. But I will be there in your inner space. In the dream you will see me. That is my being's ability. What I say, whether you understand or not, is your intellectual ability. But just watch one YouTube satsang, half an hour. I'll be there. In the night, in your dream. I'm too heavy. Understand? So I was wondering in last few days, what is it that convinces you more than my heaviness? Constantly I am reminding you, whether I am physically giving the satsang or not, constantly I am giving you the experience. Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. This is what exactly I found. The key is the speed with which your incompletions gangs up around you and gags you. That need to be reduced. That's all. Nothing else. Otherwise, I have given enough of teachings to counter all your illogical incompletions. Incompletion, illogic. I have given enough of logic for you to counter your illogical incompletions. And incompletion, illogic. Incomplete, illogic. Illogical incompletion. Listen. I have done my job of giving you tons and tons and tons of analysis to make you understand your incompletion is illogical. I have done that job. Then what is it still brings impossibility in you? One, forgetfulness. You forget to stand in the Advaithic context constantly. And second, the reason for the forgetfulness is suddenly all your incompletions ganging up around you and gagging you. Just if that speed is reduced, that's enough. Nothing else is required. See, when you are sitting in the office, morning 11 o'clock, your boss is coming for a meeting. Suddenly what stupid breakfast you ate, you don't know. You are really feeling sleepy. You are yawning. You are feeling heavy. Your head is being pulled this side, that side. and you don't know what to do, how you are going to face the boss. At that moment, you don't need big solution. You just need that 2 minutes. You have to handle that sleep. Maybe you have to stand up and start jogging without thinking, or just cup of tea, or a fight with your colleague. Now, these are all the way you get inspired. Now, I know many people use fighting with the colleague as an inspiration or rejuvenate themselves. When they really feel bored and don't know how to rejuvenate themselves or how to recharge themselves, they just look around and pick a fight with somebody. Or they even make a phone call and fight with somebody and then come back. Come on, now I am fresh, alive. Come on, let's start the work. Now there are some people, they use fight as an inspiration source. Listen sincerely. That sleep which comes before your boss meeting does not need to be handled in too serious, difficult way. You don't need to worry about it too much. Just few minutes of jogging or a cup of tea. That moment if you escape, that's all. Even you will be surprised. Wow, I handled the boss meeting so beautifully. I did my presentation so well. Amazing. Even you will be surprised by you. Same way I am telling you, the incompletions which stops you experiencing Shivoham, you don't need to do big struggle to remove them. They are not that big, guys. They are not that big, guys. Don't even bother. Just that initial attack, the speed, velocity, the way they gang up, need to be mellowed down. That's all. For that, you just need to spend little time with yourself. It is nothing but settling down period. You see, how newly married you just jump on each other, thinking that other person is going to fulfill you, complete you, happily lived ever after. Maybe you can use that statement on your tomb. Happily lived ever after. This happily lived ever after appearing as a scroll, and this couple holding the hand together and walking is eternal scene in almost all the Hollywood, Bollywood, Tollywood, Kollywood, Sandalwood. இது ஏன்டா மரம் பேரா வச்சிருக்காங்களான்னு நினைச்சேன் நான். அப்புறம்தான் புரிஞ்சது, மர மண்டைங்களுக்கு வேற என்ன பேர் வைக்கிறது. ஹாலிவுட், கோலிவுட், டோலிவுட், பாலிவுட், அது whatever would it may be, this scene is the eternal scene. This is the end. Happily lived ever after. That is one of the biggest hope. Human beings think the other person will complete you. The other person will fulfill you. You jump on each other. The next scene should be few pigs on that corporation garbage dumping yard. Now if I am asked to do a movie, next scene I will put that only. In a vast corporation like a Delhi or Chennai, Bangalore, the corporation dumping yard, in that few pigs fighting with each other. And then realizing neither each other are fulfilling the other, nor that garbage is giving them what they want. Understand, I am not against marriage. I am against loaded marriage. Marriage loaded with false expectations. Marriage loaded with false expectations and false promises. The man tried to take away all the powers of the woman without taking the responsibility of completing her. Woman tries to control the man without taking the responsibility of completing him. Actually, before the marriage, you both have to sit and do the Anyakara Parishodhana. Means what you think about you, how you project you to others, and how you perceive the other person, and how you perceive the world. This ahankara, mamakara, anyakara, swanyakara, these four, you both need to sit together and analyze. This is the first thing need to be done before any marriage. Before any relationship. Even before you make a friend. If you sit and analyze this, you will have an amazing friend. You will have a best friend. In our Sangha also I have seen some of the best friends. They understood all these four of both. Both of them have understood these four. Only then they became best friends. In your life, with whoever you shared these four, means inner image, outer image, others image, life image. And they shared their inner image, outer image, life image, others image. You became best buddies. If you are husband and wife, you become best husband and wife. If you are friends, you become best friends. If you are brothers sisters, you become best brother sisters. The best happens between you guys when you share your what is your inner image now, outer image, others image, life image, and what you want to become. Both. Your existing image and authentic image. You become best support for each other. Understand, like how you jump on each other after the marriage, thinking that other is going to fulfill you. And then once the honeymoon is over, fall flat. I think it is not the way I thought. Same way your incompletions jump on you and try to have a permanent life over you. Drop them. Tell them no. You don't have place for them. Tell them you don't have place for them. tell them you don't have place for them. I tell you, you just need to spend little time with you for the water to settle down on its own. I have found deeper and deeper secrets to make you experience Shivoham. The first, when the incompletions gang up on you and gag you, do not fight with them. When there is a cyclone, all the dust, sticks, objects, various objects are flying in the air and rotating around you. Don't be a foolish warrior picking up a crowbar and fighting with them, or a sword and fighting with them. Be intelligent escapist. Get into your room, lock all the doors and windows and keep quiet and sit. It will settle down in half an hour. Come out, all the weapons which are flying around you will be lying on the floor. Start ruling. I am telling you, when the cyclone comes, you should not be a foolish warrior, intelligent escapist. That is a bravery. That's a braveness. When all your incompletions and patterns gang up on you and gag you, fighting with them is useless. At that moment, even if you fight with them and come to any conclusion, that will not stay in you. Even if you stood and fought with all the incompletions, saying, get out, I am Shiva only, I am living in Shivoham space only, you all get out and get lost. After 2 days you will forget. That state won't be permanent. At that time, all you need to do is never fight with illogical incompletions. That is like arguing with your spouse when she is having periods. I reveal little deeper detail. When she is already low and suffering, you go on argue, you will ever win? Never. Same way, men too have a period. You need to know that. Tantra very clearly gives the methodology and process to diagnose the men's period. When a man is having a period, he will behave literally, exactly, illogical. Behaving illogically is common when both gender experience period. I'll go on revealing more and more details of how you are going to experience Shivoham. Somebody sent a question saying that if we can use the herbs like neem and haritaki, why not marijuana also? I am very clear, no. No, neither we are going to use nor we are going to allow anybody to use in our Sangha, because the sattvic herbs like a neem, haritaki and all does not give you any psychedelic experiences. It does not damage your being, mind, emotion, consciousness. But the drugs like marijuana gives you psychedelic experiences and disturbs you mentally, emotionally. You become addicted to that. So I am very clear. No drugs. Only sattvic herbs like a neem, haritaki. Some more sattvic herbs are there, which are good for health, which are legally allowed, which are really able to give you the experience, means by detoxifying you, give you the experience of Shivoham. Help to give the experience of Shivoham. So I am making it very clear. So this Cambodia Inner Awakening, we will be using more and more different types of yantras. The temples itself will be large level yantras. And I tell you, the whole program already I have designed. Only one day you are going to have time spending on theory. Only one day the philosophical discussions, means the basic truths I will reveal. Any questions you have, you can ask. I will answer, that's all. After that, no theory sessions. No theory. And I am also going to answer all your major questions on these major three fields of life: money, power and sex. These three only becomes incompletion and stops you experiencing Shivoham. Whenever you are empowered, you try to manifest yourself only through these three. Why incompletions in these three are so deep rooted? Whether you feel poor or rich, you feel only in these three lines. Only in these three you measure yourself. Money, power and sex become the scale, measuring scale for you. The incompletions in these three, or fulfillment in these three only becomes a measuring scale, whether you are exploding in your life, growing in your life or not. So that itself need to be understood and realigned. I'll be answering, clearing the wrong concepts, answering many of your doubts on these major three incompletions. And I tell you, if you are able to make it happen for Cambodia IA, that means already Mahadeva granted you the boon of Shivoham. Understand, that's all. Nothing else. If you made it for Cambodia IA, be very clear, if you got into the flight to Cambodia and got down in Cambodia, be very clear, Mahadeva has granted you the boon of Shivoham. He has already given you that. Over. Maybe all your struggles are nothing but he is testing you. Because you may try to play the hypocritical game with him. Hide and seek game. So he is just testing you. Come on, let's see. You play with me, I play with you. You know, if you decide you can have time. You know, if you decide you can have money. You know, if you decide all the obstacles will be removed. But you just sit and, let Swamiji remove. I asked Kalpataru boon. Let him remove. When you try to play the game with me, no, that money I will not touch. No, that time I have to keep it for some other vacation. Oh, no, that person I don't want to deal with him now. And ask for this. Yes, you try to reserve all that and try to play the game. I asked boon with Swamiji in Kalpataru, let him give the boon, let him clear all that. You try to play the game with me, I will also play game with you. You play game with him and he plays game with you. Otherwise, I tell you, all the obstacles are just tests to see whether you really want it or not, whether you really trust it is going to happen or not, and second, whether you really want it or not. That's it. I can see very clearly how our Sangha happened from Omkareshwar. Same way now, the new Sangha is happening. Again from Omkareshwar. Come and be part. If you missed the first tsunami, happened in 2000, don't miss the second tsunami happening in 2014. So with this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching and causing eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 08027279999. www.nithyananda.org, www.youtube.com/Life Bliss Foundation.